magandang gabi at magandang buhay po sa lahat at sa aking mga kasamahan dito sa hashtag Earth. Isang mga kaligapong hindi po sa inyong lahat at isang maalam na pagbati mula sa inyong kaugnay, kaputod at karugtong. Live mula po dito sa Sibuyan Island sa lalawigan ng Romblon at narito po ako sa loob ng tricycle sa gilid po ng National Highway. At siyempre po, binabati ko kayong lahat. At sa ating mga katutubo, isang pagkilala at parangal sa inyong patuloy na pagpapanatili ng balanse, dignidad at integridad ng kalikasan. Dito sa hashtag QT Earth, everything matters. Dahil ang lahat ay magkakaugnay, hindi magkakahiwalay. Dahil ang ating buhay, kalikasan ang pinagmulan at pinagkukunan ng ating kabuhayan. Tayo at ang kapaligiran ay iisa. Tayo ay kalikasan. Sa hashtag QT Earth, hashtag We Are Nature. At ngayon, ano ang ating nararamdaman? Ano ang kanyang tinitibok? Kaya dito po, pakinggan natin ang ating reflection sa hashtag EarthBeats. Dito po sa hashtag EarthBeats, ito po ay ating pag-uusapan. Dahil sa year 2015, naalala ko, nagkaroon ng viral na Facebook post. Ito po yung photograph. Ito yung photograph ng post ng Philippine politician, yung evolution ng Philippine politician. So, an illustration of the evolution of a politician has gone viral on Facebook. And ito yung ano natin, no, dahil ito na naman ay pina-finalize yung General Appropriations Act nung ating mga kongresista at ng ating mga senador at isa sa mga nire-raise na issue ni Senator Ping Lacson ay tungkol sa pork barrel in quotation mark. Ano nga ba itong pork na to? Pero etong picture na to, 5 years ago, nagkaroon ako ng reflection. At sabi nga natin, yung itong picture na to, it bears a strong and offensive message of greed. It has become a revolutionary depiction of an ape to pig evolution, which portrays a certain kind of addiction that leads to obesity. Oh, obesity yan ha? Obesity. Indeed, to assert and make a tough point, branding is vital. And the choice of terms and graphics is effective. Diba? Are effective. Very effective siya. And in recent years and days, pigs have become the center of attraction, the object of indignation. So when people talk about pork barrel, we think about pigs. And pigs are big. And there was a time when being fat did not mean being greedy. There was a time in Europe when fat women were adored and loved by men. I cannot remember anymore, but there was a time during, in the Middle Age, for example, the Victorian times. And this is true until now, somewhere in the Pacific Islands. And to be big is to be beautiful. But those people na sinasabi lagi na na sinasabing pork barrel system must not, dapat laging yung mga baboy daw yon, pork, etc. etc. Minsan napapaisip ako, and siguro we should not stop pointing fingers to the greediness of real pigs, greediness in quotation mark of crocodiles, of snakes or other animals. And the most disheartening is the issue that this is about the human character of ravenousness, which is worse than animals. Now, if one believes in the story of Adam and Eve, for example, ecological balance was lost when they ate the fruit of the forbidden tree, the fruit of the tree of the good and evil, and knowledge of good and evil. This led to the tragic plight of Cain and Abel, Cain and Abel, which eventually ended in the Great Flood, or perhaps because of 30 pieces of silver, the suicide of Judas. Uh, Alam niyo ba, humans invented machines and extracted fossil fuels to generate power, emitting huge amounts of carbon dioxide, of greenhouse gases, in time, rapidly thickening our atmosphere, trapping heat, no? Intensely warming Earth, resulting in inconsistencies uh, of our climate patterns, inconsistent extreme weather patterns and events. And technology became a new religion. Hmm? And those who had capacity and technical know-how, inventing new wants rather than needs, wanted to rule the world for the sake of their respective national securities. They waged wars and created chaos in weak, in quotation mark, weak, but naturally rich states. Hence, we now have the resource curse. I mean, resource curse. Um, Rich countries exploit poor countries with rich natural resources. Yan yung resource curse. But balik tayo sa pigs. But where are the real pigs? Some are in piggeries, fed with growers, boosters, and lactating grains. They are tamed and fattened, all for swine production. Some are in the wild, boars, and hunting and eating in their own time, pace, and space. Where are the real snakes? Some are tamed. Some are in the wild because they are afraid of people. Where are the crocodiles? Well, two of them. One was Lolong, and recently, yung namatay doon sa Mindanao, died because they were alleged to have eaten a human being and was punished to live to be exhibited in a concrete lake. And where's Lolong now? Well, he's at the National Museum. So in this whole pork barrel bruhaha, do we still need to use the allegedly greedy character of animals? Do we deny the fact that human character and human rationality, in quotation mark, have caused this mess? Well, yes, humans did this. We are accountable, and we need to solve this problem, this misinformation, this, pointing fingers. And scientifically, humans, well, is an animal with a unique brain. And some brains wanted to reign and rule, looking at others as objects, as toys, food, or slaves. Huh? We must not blame the character of animals who only respond to stimuli and fight for their survival if they are threatened. In the Philippines, what brought us here is the human brain. This brain created the pork barrel system. Let's not exaggerate the character or of pigs and other animals? Or is it the time na ba to be animals ourselves to fight for our survival? So that is, of course, our hashtag EarthBeast. May mga naninindigan, tulad ng mga animals. Maraming tinatakot. Ang iba naman ay being killed to their last hininga. May mga bayani tayo. Kaya kilalanin natin sila, ang isa sa kanila, dito sa hashtag Earth Heroes. Alright, dito sa ating hashtag Earth Heroes, siya po ay walang iba kundi si Dr. Nina Galang. Si Dr. Nina Galang ay isang kaibigan. Isa sa mga haligi ng Philippine Environment Movement. Siya po ay dating pinuno ng Miriam College Environment Studies Institute, and siya po ay isang miyembro din at naging pinuno din po siya ng tinatawag na Philippine Network of Educators for the Environment o PNEE. And right now, siya ay presidente ng Green Convergence for Safe Food, Healthy Environment, and Sustainable Economy. Si tawag namin si Doc G. Si Doc Nina ay author ng The Philippine Environment in the Ecozoic Age, Principles of Environmental Science in the Philippine Setting. Kaya yan po si Doc Nina Galang o Dr. Angelina P. Galang. Yan po siya. At may mga bayaning tulad ni Doc Nina Galang na patuloy na kumikilos para sa bayan ko, bayan mo, bayan natin lahat, ating inang Pilipinas at para sa whole planet. At upang makilala siya at talakayin ang bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa, samahan natin siya sa ating, nako, pang ilang episode na natin, 14th episode ng second season ng hashtag Q2Earth dito sa hashtag Earth Talks. Okay, dito po sa hashtag Earth Talks, makikilala po natin sa ngayon, ladies and gentlemen, mga kababayan, nandito po si Kyle V. Aboy. Hi, Kyle!
Isang mapagpalang gabi po, Sir Rodney. At sa lahat po ng manonood natin, isang makakalikasang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Hi, Kyle! Magandang gabi, maayong gabi. Maayong gabi sa
Maayong
imo.
gabi po,
Saan ka
sir.
saan ka ngayon, Kyle?
Nandito po ako ngayon sa Tampakan, South Cotabato from the land of the dream weavers sa Mindanao. So, it's nice to see you virtually po.
Ayan, the land of the dream weavers. Naalala ko dyan silang Dulay, ano? Do you know Lang Dulay sa, well, yun nga, sa South Cotabato, sa
Yes po,
Lake
sa
Cebu,
Tiboli.
no?
Yes
Tiboli,
po.
oo. And we know that Tampakan is a very controversial town dahil mamaya
Yes.
pag-usapan natin yan, ha? Pag-usapan
Sige
natin
po.
yun, Kyle. Pero Kyle, una-una, dahil tayo ay nasa episode, pang ilang episode na natin? 13, 14, 14th episode. Tama ba, Jules? 14th ba, Kyle?
Yes po.
Yeah, number 14th episode. Alam po natin mga kababayan, yung ating second episode ay tungkol sa bayan ko, yung bayan ko. Yung bayan ko, yung kantang bayan. The first episode is about lupang hinirang. At right now, dito na tayo, dumating na tayo doon sa taludtod o sa linyang bayan ko, binihag ka. Kyle, alam ko na maraming issue sa Mindanao. Alam natin na maraming issue pangkalikasan sa ating bansa. Pero dito sa kantang to, ano ang unang nararamdaman mo kung aawitin mo o kung maririnig mo sa bayan ko yung lines na bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa?
Habang pinapakinggan ko po yan, Sir Rodney, parang nalulungkot po ako kasi parang kawawa yung bayan po natin dahil nasadlak siya sa dusa. So parang internally po I'm crying as well with that song because I can feel it right now. So yun po.
Dusa, no? Ibig sabihin, hindi lang siya lungkot, mas malalim, mas malalim na kalungkutan. Nasadlak ka sa yung pagdurusa, hindi lang siya kahirapan. It's a combination of many, many sad things and bad things na sobrang nafe-feel mo na talaga, no? Binihag, ibig sabihin binihag. Para kang preso, no? Binihag ka talaga. Pero, another question, Kyle. Bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa. Ano sa palagay mo ang isang most relevant issue when we talk about dito sa Pilipinas na pangkalikasan, when we talk about binihag ka, nasadlak ka sa dusa? What is the most relevant and most related environmental issue na nakikita mo kaugnay sa linyang ito?
Habang po inaaral ko po yung kanta, 'di ba? Yung lyrics po, Sir Rodney, kasi ito yung episode natin ngayon. So, as I try to parang find the meaning behind these letters or behind this stanzas, Bayan Ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa. And when I try it to connect po sa environment problem natin, as of now po, I think ang bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa can also be compared to a scenario in which the greediness of the people when in terms of uh, achieving economic development or progress in a way on the opposite that it destroys our environment. It's like these people who are binihag ka, ito yung mga taong bumihag sa bansa natin, sa bayan natin, sa natural resources natin, na ngayon ay nagpapahirap sa ating mga Pilipino. So, itong mga problema natin siguro, like for example po, sa mining na to, like, itong mga taong to or ang mga banyagang pumupunta sa bansa natin, sa Pilipinas, na kung saan bibihagin nila yung mga natural resources natin, bibihagin nila, kukunin nila, at saka pagkatapos ng ilang taon na nakuha na nila yung our natural resources natin, ay aalis sila. Tayo ngayon ang nasadlak sa dusa. So yun po yung nakikita ko, yung pagiging gahaman sa progress at saka sa pera at ginagamit ito sa pansariling interes at hindi na para sa Pilipino at sa ating kapaligiran. Yun po.
Wow, eto nga, no? At siguro doon na tayo tutumbok doon sa isang issue sa Mindanao, no? Yun nga, yung sabi nga natin yung tampakan. Pag sinabi natin tampakan, ilang football fields yan. Football fields yung magkakasa dyan at maraming maapektuhan. At as we all know, pinupush talaga yung, halimbawa, pagbibigay ng Environmental Compliance Certificate doon sa SMI.
Yes po, sir.
Yung bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa.
Parang hindi ko po yung nag-get, Sir Rodney. Parang may glitch po. Pakiulit po, sir.
Oo. Yung sabi nga natin kanina, yung isang issue diyan ay yung tampakan mining, no? Yung SMI. Yung SMI Mining Corporation, ano? And
Yes
we all
po.
know na pag matuloy yung tampakan mining diyan, maraming maapektuhan. But at the same time, yung minerals na yan, i-export niya nila sa ibang lugar. And marami pang mga mangyayari, yung ancestral domain, yung mga agricultural lands ninyo, at yung mga kabundukan. What can you say about this issue?
I think this issue po is not just someone's concern, but it's everyone's concern po. Like here, it's not just the fight of the IPs or the people living in those areas. It's not just the fight of the people who are in the government who wants to also stop them from having that mining, because it's everyone's concern na hindi lang sila ang maapepektuhan once na natapos na yung mining na yun. It's all interconnected, and hindi natin mararamdaman yung epekto niya at that very instant moment, because it will be mararamdaman pa siya pagkalipas ng ilang taon, which could be pose a greater threat not just in that place or in that area, but also to the nearby places, and also polluting the different waterways that could be vital to the different ecosystems that we have.
Ayun, maraming salamat sa pag-express ng iyong opinion tungkol dyan. At yeah, Kyle, sa iyong mga pagkilos at pakikipag-ugnayan, engagements, kilalanin natin ang iyong organization o yung movement na yung kinabibilangan at ano-ano ang inyong mga pinagkakaabalahan para kay Nanay Earth. At dito,
Yes,
natin makikilala dito sa #EarthMoves. Well, #EarthMoves. Nandito po ay yung I Am Hampas Lupa Incorporated. Nako, tell us something about I Am Hampas Lupa, Kyle. Bakit tinawag itong Hampas Lupa? #I Am Hampas Lupa. Pag sinabi kasi natin Hampas Lupa, parang ano to, parang mura to, no?
Yes
Sa mga
po.
tao, ay,
It's
nakahampas lupa ka, wala kang kwenta. So, tell us something about hashtag I am hampas lupa.
Tama po kayo dyan, Sir Rodney, na once we've heard the word I am hampas lupa or hampas lupa, it's like it's a negative connotation, di ba po, na hampas lupa ka, parang kawawa. But that means po, that just literally means hampas lupa in English is tilling the land. So kami po, being that I am hampas lupa, we want po to parang stop the stereotypes or the negative connotation on I am hampas lupa. Because po gusto po namin na we want to push for ecological agriculture and also for mindful consumption. Uh, Dito po sa I am hampas lupa, kami po ang mga we are a group of farmers, environmental advocates, also different advocates that is related to agriculture and also food sustainability. So it's just a funny story po, Sir Rodney, because I just joined Hampas Lupa this quarantine as well. And being able a part of this group uh, also opens a lot of opportunities and also knowledge about agriculture. Not to say that my father is also a farmer before. Yes, he's a farmer, and I could empathize with these farmers as well because I am hampas lupa. These farmers are the one who feeds us, and sila po yung uh, and to think that these farmers, the average age of farmers are 60 is very alarming. These people are the one who feeds our people, who feeds the nation. And as we say, food is a very basic need. So kami po sa Ayam Hampus Lupa, we are pushing for ecological agriculture as well as mindful consumption. Yun po, Sir Rodney.
Wow, that's very nice. That's very nice. At lalong-lalo na ngayon dahil sa pandemic, halimbawa, COVID-19 pandemic, marami yung nawawala ng trabaho, marami yung nagkakaranas ng gutom ano dahil nga walang pera, walang trabaho at napakaswerte halimbawa ng mga kababayan natin na kahit wala na silang trabaho, may nakakakain pa rin sila dahil marunong silang mag-till ng lupa, gamitin yung kanilang um, lupain na nakatenga lang but at the same time hindi lamang gamitin yung iba ay matagal na nagtatanim. So well, it's very very interesting that yung paghampas mo sa lupa pagbalik sa iyo ay pagkain, no? Pagbalik sa iyo ay pagkain. Ah, well, let me ask you. Kung may mga plantito at plantita na maraming tinatanim, um, well, alam naman natin sa mga middle class ano at sa mga mayayaman halimbawa or even yung mga mahirap natin, ano nga ba
Yes.
talaga ang magiging totoong plantito-plantita sa context nung kalikasan at sa context nung mga pangyayari sa ngayon sa pandemic na ito? Plantito-plantita, anong tulong na maibibigay nito sa ating mental health, sa ating wellness, but at the same time, beyond planting mga monstera, beyond planting ng mga kung ano-ano pa dyan, ano ba dapat ang gagawin natin? What is beyond plantito-plantita? Being plantito-plantita. What is beyond that kind of practice?
I think, Sir Rodney, totoo ngayon dahil sa pandemic, naglabasan ang mga plantito at plantita. And I think it shows na it's a good thing being a plantito and plantita that we are contained in our houses in which we could use our space in planting. And it just shows that beyond being a plantito and plantita is we are able to create our own food. And by creating our own food, we're able to know where we get our own food because tayo mismo yung nagtanim nito. And there are two different things po kasi talaga sa Rodney na if you'll plant a food of your own like yung mga vegetables, yung mga gulay, That's like agriculture. And if yung sa pagkokolekta naman ng mga plants, like yung mga ornamental plants or yung mga ganon, is I could really say na there are two completely different things, because me, our family is doing a business about plant gardening, who are like producing or plant propagating these plants. And uh, dito ko napansin na sa isang bayan or sa isang bayan na merong mga, almost whenever I look at the different houses, I could always see plants na tinatanim nila, yung mga plantito at plantita ngayon. Parang it shows na it's a good thing, because before, people doesn't have this leisure to grow their plant and to appreciate nature. And kung sa Japanese pa daw, Sir Rodney, pag meron ka daw plant, it just shows na you're a responsible person. Ito yung natutunan ko sa papa ko. Kasi sabi niya, if meron kang plant, it's your responsibility to take care of it and to grow that plant. And pag yung plant na yun is namatay, if hindi mo na alagaan, it means you're a irresponsible person. Kasi kahit yung simpleng bagay na yun is hindi mo naalagaan. So, itong pagtatanim natin ng sarili nating plants and food, and also knowing how to cook a healthy diet is very important in this time of pandemic. And I think it's a good thing, but what we need to remember is to become responsible in buying those plants. Okay, sa mga plantito and plantita, no to plant poaching. Don't buy yung mga plants na endangered or included in the endangered list, because nasa batas po natin yan na bawal po talaga ang pagkuha niyan sa mga natural habitats natin, and we need to conserve this natural resources that we have, the fauna that we've had. So yun po, sana sa lahat po ng nakikinig at nanonood ngayon, you can visit po the pages of the DNR and scan through the different plant species that is not for sale and should not be sale. Yun po.
Thank you, Kyle, sa information na yan. And if our audience and our friends and followers watching right now, if they wish to join hashtag I am Hampas Lupa, the movement, the organization, saan sila pupunta? What's your Twitter handle? Ano yung social media accounts? Kung ano mang email? How can we contact I am Hampas Lupa Incorporated?
Just to correct lang po pala, our flora po, flora and fauna, na-twitch ko lang yung dalawang yun. So, sa maging gustong maging part po ng I Am Hampas Lupa, we have our Facebook page po in Facebook. You can search po I Am Hampas Lupa. And we don't know yet kung when will we be opening again our applications for these members. But visit our page, like it, and share it as well. And para updated kayo sa mga opportunities as well as mga updates namin sa I Am Hampas Lupa movement.
Right. And yes, marami kang mga pinagkakaabalahan.
Yes po.
Yung yung Earth moves, no? Earth moves natin. Uh, um, I am Hampas Lupa, hashtag Hampas Lupa, and we thank the organization for, for spreading the information that indeed being Hampas Lupa is not really bad. It should actually inspire us to plant, specifically yung ating pagkain. Yes, Kyle, tibay ng dibdib. Sa iyong mga advocacies and campaigns, mayroon.
So it seems like Sir Rodney
No,
skip on this meeting.
we wish to know your everyday mantra. Yung iyong mga pinaniniwalaan, yung mga prinsipyo dito sa hashtag Earthliners. Alright, hashtag Earthliners. Kyle, meron kang mga uh, one-liners. Pag sinabi mong, ay, Kyle, sige lang. Ano yung mga naaalala mong mga quotation, for example, o mga aral? Ito yung sinasabi mo, Kyle, sige lang, tuloy ka lang. Yung inspiration mo. Can you tell us
Oo.
something about that?
Sige po, I could give you a two po with a different stories for that. So, ang first po is, kung anong nalalaman mo, ibahagi mo. The backstory po of that is from my father as well. Sabi niya, kung ano yung nalalaman mo, dapat i-share mo sa kapwa mo. Huwag kang maging sakim sa kung anong nalalaman mo. Excuse me. So, dapat tulungan mo yung kapwa mo. Kasi, pag dumating ang panahon na ikaw ay mamamatay, yung death mo would be like this. Ito yung situation ng pagkamatay mo. Ah, naipit ng pison ang ulo mo, ang utak mo, nalata. Like, na-flat talaga ang utak mo. Pagkatapos na na-flat ang utak mo, is nalagyan pa talaga ng ipot ng manok. Nalagyan pa ng ipot ng manok yung utak mo. Pagkatapos, may nakakita sa'yo na tao, hala, kawawa naman siya. Namatay na siya, na-flat pa yung utak niya, iniputan pa ng manok. So parang ang story dyan is, di ba, kawawa ka kung lahat ng knowledge mo or yung nalalaman mo is hindi mo shinare, sa'yo lang. Hindi mo maipapasa sa tao yung knowledge mo kasi once na pinasa mo yung knowledge mo, people will remember you by that. Diyan ka nila makikilala sa paghalimbawa, oo, naalala ko sabi ni Kyle, sabi ni Sir Rodney, kaya dapat tayo, wag tayo maging sakim. I-share natin kung ano yung nalalaman natin sa kapwa natin. And also, second mantra then as well is to always go back to your roots or uh, be humble. Katulad ng mga puno, ng mga dahon. Kung mapapansin natin ang mga dahon, hindi nakatutok ang dahon paitaas. Hindi siya nakausli pa ganun sa taas. Lahat ng dahon ay nakayuko. 'Di ba? Uh, nakalaylay sila, tumitingin sila sa lupa. And that shows that we need to be humble. Kailangan natin magpakumbaba. Kasi uh, uh, we need to always look back from where we are from. So, yun siya. Kasi, so it's like everything is in nature. Katulad ng sa sinabi ko, sa dahon, dapat tayong maging dahon. So, yun po, Sir Rodney, yung dalawang mantra ko sa buhay.
Wow, very nice. Meron pa akong tanong, Kyle. Kung sa palagay mo ay nabobore ka na o kaya nababurnout ka na sa mga ginagawa mo sa Ayam Habas Lupa. And at the same time, you're a member of one of the members of Green Education, no? Campaign, Green Education
Yes, po,
Movement. Is
sir.
that true? Yes, and that's with the Department of Environment, Natural Resources, Environmental Management Bureau dun sa kanilang programa, and uh, you have a lot of experiences already engaging with the young people. Umattend ka rin, I believe, ano, doon sa National Conference of Youth,
Yes po.
which was organized by different organizations. Yeah. Maraming marami kang mga experiences. Ano yung mga nagpapa-move sa'yo na parang sige lang, Kyle, ituloy mo lang 'yan. Who inspires you or what inspires you to do more for the environment?
That's a very hard question po, Sir Rodney. I think before po kasi, like, in any engagements or in anything that I do, I always ask myself, why? Bakit ko ginagawa to? Bakit ko gusto siyang salihan? 'Di ba? Kasi like, you need to know what's your purpose in life. This past months po, Sir Rodney, parang, okay, we're in this pandemic. Maraming nagbago. And I think in this time of pandemic, I've come to realize that I do not just want to help in spreading the news about the environment, but also I want to create or empower other leaders as well. Not even leaders, but like ordinary people to discover their own potential or what they can do more from out of themselves. So, sa akin po, like, when times na pagod ka na, yung ina-ask mo sarili mo, bakit mo 'to ginagawa, 'di ba? You should always go back to your why at bakit mo ginagawa ang isang bagay na 'to. And by that, yung three characteristics po na parang pinaghuhugutan ko is yung pagiging determined, passionate, and authentic. Yun po yung tatlong characteristics na bilang environmentalist advocate ko na in everything that I do, if I'm passionate about it, it will just come out naturally because you love what you do. So you will keep on pushing, 'di ba? Love mo yung ginagawa mo, you're passionate about it. Plus, you're determined. Once we're determined, it shows us our courage as well as our vulnerability. Na once you're determined, it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes and also to be brave as well. So, at lastly, yung pagiging authentic mo sa tao, it's like, it's who you are. People will like you for who you are if you're authentic and just show the real you because that's what people will love the most. So, yun po.
Well said, well said. And Kyle, if you are given the chance to talk to the young people, the children who would like to join our movement, our environment movement, if they're interested, what would be your advice sa kanila? Kung gusto nilang sumali sa isang organization o kaya ay sumali dito sa, you know, tayo ay endangered species, no? Ito yung mga pag sumali kayo sa environment movement, minsan sinasabi na napaka ano din naman, napaka parang hindi naman kayong misaya, hindi naman kayo yung, yung manliligtas, yung mga pulis pangkalawakan or whatever. But you know, our role is really important then when it comes to sustaining our planet. What would be your advice to those who are willing to join the movement?
Uh, so it's my advice would be, if you're wondering, 'di ba? Kahit na madami ng mga environmental advocates, like, madami naman ang environmental advocates, bakit pa ako sasali? If you're questioning that, uh, kung ano talaga yung advocacy mo or kung saan gustong part ka, kahit anumang advocacy, is that ang masasabi ko lang is find what you love to do or passionate about. And also, uh, kahit sabihin nila nga, okay, madami namang advocates na, okay, let's do tree planting, mga ganyan, ganyan, di ba? But it never ends there. There's still
Mm-hmm.
a long way road to like na we need to pass through or kailangan nating baktasin, di ba? And being you, like na maging part ng organization or ng kahit anong movement is that you're important, you are
Mm-hmm.
valuable, 'di ba? And yours because your individual actions or individual actions, pag kinumbay natin 'to, will become collective and it would make a big impact. And kaya nga Sir Rodney kung minsan nagwa-wonder ako na kahit sabihin yung iba na, "Oh, tara dito ka, like gusto mo bang maging advocate ng ganito?" But
Mm-hmm.
you get turned down. You get turned down. There will always be people that will not, sige, mamaya na muna, sunod na lang. There will people that will answer you that way. But
Mm-hmm.
ang gusto kong sabihin sa'yo is to find the right place for you, yung parang where you belong to that will help you grow and flourish as well. Because sa isang organization, it's not just all about the higher ups that will help you. It's also a two-way connection that would help them and also the organization, and you will grow as well as may matutunan sila from you. So I think that's it, and all yun siguro for me,
Mm-hmm.
Sir Rod.
Well said, Kyle. So Kyle, I am Hampas Lupa Incorporated, his organization, and joining also the movement Green Education Philippines. And Kyle, sometimes dahil sa dinami-dami ng iyong ginagawa, ng ating ginagawa, we also have some days off. So we stop, reflect, and 3, 2, 1, pause, and post. And we got you dito sa hashtag EarthGlams. There you go. Sa hashtag EarthGlams, Kyle, ninakaw namin yung photos mo sa Facebook dahil public naman siya. Pero we chose some Facebook photos just to to tell us something about yourself, about what you do, but at the same time yung mga days off mo. So let's look at this first photo.
Kinakabahan ako, Sir Rodney.
All right, Kyle, tell us something about this one.
This photo po was taken in Baguio, in which we competed for the National Science Quest in a research competition. So by that I was like grade 10, I think. Yes, grade 10. So bata pa. Tapos it's my first travel by airplane. Yes, it's my first travel going to Manila and then going to Baguio. And it was fun experience. Tapos feel ko pa yung lamig ng Baguio. Akala namin may makikita kami mga kababalaghan doon pero wala naman.
Yeah, but it was your first travel by airplane
Yes,
and
it was.
engaging with other young people, no?
Yes, and it's very memorable po kasi like ang dami namin na mga researchers din doon. And isang van kami. And it's really enjoyable.
By the way, what are you doing right now? Ano yung work mo sa ngayon, Kyle? Or are you still studying?
I'm still studying po, Sir Rodney. I'm a biology student from Mindanao State University, General Santos City, taking biology.
Wow. And very, very seldom na merong mga estudyante pa rin, merong mga young people pa rin na interested sa sciences. And as of now, like ecological crisis, no? Climate crisis, environmental destruction, etc. We really need more science based solutions and approaches dahil sa karamihan sa ngayon nakikita natin yung mga solusyon sa mga problema natin ay hindi na science-based. Dapat nature-based lagi. Do you believe in that?
I think they should complement both, sir, because not just we should always follow the science, but also the humanistic approach as well.
Mm-hmm.
Na hindi lang puro science, but also to apply our emotions. Na hindi naman yes, our emotions as well, because aanhin mo yung science na yun if uh, there's no humanistic na side. So yun po, Sir Rodney.
This is the human face and the social face of science, how you apply science and how you do it and you use it for the sake of humanity and for the sake of the relationship of human beings to nature. No, yeah, I agree with you. And this is the next photo, Kyle. We hold
Meron
that.
pa pala.
Meron pa. So let's look at the next photo. It's
Yun
interesting
talaga,
to
boss.
look at this photo. Huh? It's interesting
Yun
to look
talaga,
at
Sir
this
Rodney,
photo.
basta pinablik mo yung post mo sa Facebook. It's for it's for
So,
everyone's consumption.
yes. So look at this photo. Do you see this photo?
Yes.
So tell
What
us
a
something about this. You're the Earth Defender, and
oh my
well,
God.
yeah.
We just had a power interruption, so brand out po. Mabuti na lang po naka-cellphone ako. So just
Okay,
bear with me.
it's all right.
So ito po photo natin is I I mean no, I don't play, but I wear that taekwondo uniform because we will be like performing the basic steps or the basic moves in a taekwondo, and to commemorate that I took this photo. Like I take some that someone took this photo because it's my first time as well. I think, yeah, it's my first time also wearing that Black belt agad si Rodney, di ba? Level up agad. So yun
Yeah,
po.
and hopefully, and we all know that our fight for the environment, dapat nating sustain. And well, I think that's it's not only about fighting, but also maintaining our relationships with others, relationship with, we'll say, enemies in quotation mark, but looking for allies. It's an act of love. It's our passion to protect the environment. So Kyle, um, marami tayong natutunan at dapat pagkilusan, and our hopes and the dreams and action. At sa mga kabataan na tulad mo, hindi ka nag-iisa. And as I always tell our young people, hindi ka nang kinabukasan dahil ikaw ang ngayon na humuhubog sa inyong hinaharap. At para sa iyo, sa iyong family, friends, and communities at sa buong ecosystem. So, Kyle, standby ka lang muna dahil babalik pa tayo, babalik ka din. At meron tayong segment for season 2, isang mabilisang take sa mga trending at mga mahalagang usapin sa linggong ito. Kasama natin si John Leo Algo or JL ng Living Laudato Si Philippines at ng Climate Action Sustainability Initiative. And of course, is one of the staff of our Interim Secretariat of Action Climate Pilipinas. Pakinggan natin siya dito sa hashtag Quick Trends.
Pasensya na po, nakamute pala ako. Anyway, magandang gabi Pilipinas at sa lahat na nakikinig sa buong mundo. Ito po si John Leo Algo, Interim Secretary ng Action Climate Pilipinas at Program Manager ng Living Laudato Si Philippines. At para po sa ating quick trend ngayong linggong ito, ay ating po nating pag-usapan ng mabilisan ang isang masasabi nating importanteng kaganapan pagdating sa usapin ng climate change sa ating bansa. At ito po ay ang pagpapasa ng isang House resolution ng ating lower house o House of Representatives last week, kung di po ako nagkakamali. At ito pong House resolution na po ito, House Resolution 1377. Yan, 1377 na nagdedeklara ng isang climate at environmental emergency para po sa ating bansa. Ito po ay pinasa ng ating lower house at ang mga primary sponsors po ng naturang deklarasyon na ito ay sina Representatives Edgar Chato na chairperson po ng Committee on Climate Change sa lower house at climate champion Representative Lauren Legarda. Ayan po. So, bakit po mahalaga natin pag-usapan ng House resolution na ito? Una po sa lahat ay ang ating pong bansa ay kakatapos lamang makaranas ng 5 sunod-sunod na mga bagyo sa loob lamang ng 3 linggo. Ilang linggo na po ang nakararaan. At kabilang na po sa mga bagyong tumama sa ating bansa ay ang may tuturing na pinakamalakas na bagyo ngayong taong 2020 na bagyong Rolly at ang bagyong Ulysses na nagpaalala sa mga residente ng Metro Manila at Carating Probinsya ng hindi kanais-nais na mga alaala ng bagyong Ondoy at ng iba pang bagyong lumipas. Kaya importante po ang usapin na ito dahil sariwa pa sa ating memorya ang first-hand experience natin pagdating sa epekto ng pagbabago ng klima. As if hindi pa sapat ang ating nararanasan dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic, ito na naman po, climate change na naman tayo. At syempre, climate change affects everything and everyone, generally speaking. So, apektado din po ang ekonomiya, apektado din ang ating mga komunidad. And we observe that not just with the storms that have passed, kasama na rin po dyan ang potential na pagtuyot, pagtaas ng level ng tubig dagat o sea level rise, marami pang iba. Ito po ang nakasaad sa House Resolution 1377 at babasahin ko po yung ilan sa mga specific clauses para di po ako masasabihan na nag-fake news ako. So I'll read some of them word per word to make sure na nakaka-capture natin yung essence ng ano ba talaga ang mensahe ng House Resolution na ito. According to House Resolution 1377, the House of Representatives shall encourage the climate emergency be placed at the center of all policy decision-making from local to national level. Ibig sabihin po dito, mas may mainstreaming ng climate change issues sa polisiya, sa mga plano at programa ng pamahalaan mula sa lokal hanggang sa ating national government units. Kasama rin po dito ang pag-encourage of local governments to issue their own climate change declarations within their respective jurisdictions. At bago po itong House Resolution na ito, ay meron na pong ilang bayan sa ating bansa na nag-declare na ng climate change declaration. I'll leave you to Google those. Medyo, kasi nga, quick trends po ang segment natin, no? At among the other clauses include calling on the major carbon emitters locally and abroad to take responsibility for climate change and to reinvest in renewable sustainable energy. Napakahalaga po ng linyang ito dahil bagaman mataas po, relatively speaking, ang ating awareness sa climate change kumpara sa ibang bansa, ay ito pong aspeto ng pag-call out sa mga matataas ang ibinubugang carbon dioxide, methane at iba pang greenhouse gases, mapabansa man ito o korporasyon, napakahalaga pong linya ito because it provides a recognition that this is part of the national agenda now. And that's why it's important to call these major carbon emitters from China, United States, European countries, at syempre mga corporations na around the world. Because 71% po ng ating greenhouse gas emissions, globally speaking, ay nangmumula sa iilang korporasyon lamang. That's why this line is very important. And among others, just to be quick, calling on local governments to adopt a no to coal and no to new coal policy within their jurisdictions. Again, may iba na pong mga probinsya sa ating bansa, kagaya ng, I think Guimaras is one of them. I think Ilocos is also another one. And there are also cities na nagsabing no to coal and also no to new coal. Pero this House resolution gives them basis, gives all the other LGUs basis to promote not just no to coal, but also yes to renewable energy like solar, wind at marami pang iba. At ayun po, so ito po ilan lamang sa mga importanteng linya na makikita sa House resolution na nagdedeklara na climate emergency na talaga for the Philippine perspective. Pero it's not all good in my opinion dahil alam niyo po ang issue ng climate change, ilang taon na po natin pag-usapan ito. At sa totoo lang po, bakit ngayon lang po ito ipinasa itong House resolution na ito? Because we were involved, we were personally involved in discussions sa House committee hearings on this climate emergency as early as last year and as late as this June or July. I was able actually to attend one of these House hearings specifically for this particular House resolution to be passed. Pero inabot pa ng Nobyembre, Disyembre, kung kailan tinamaan ng Pilipinas ng 5 sunod-sunod na bagyo ng ganung kabilis na panahon. It took that before our representatives in Congress finally decided to pass a House resolution which essentially is a formality. Alam na po natin na ang ating bansa ay isa sa mga pinaka-vulnerable pagdating sa pagbabago ng klima. Marami na pong ginagawa ang ating pamahalaan, ang ating civil society, and even some businesses to give credit where credit is due. We are already aware of this. Pero bakit ngayon lang ito ipinasa? And remember that a House resolution, again, I'm not going to claim to be a political expert or a law expert, but based from what I've researched, a House resolution is not legally binding. Not in the same way as a law, so to speak, no? So, it's a formality. And it took them so long. It took disaster after disaster before maipasa ang House resolution na ito. Ibig sabihin lang po nito, reactive pa rin tayo pagdating sa climate change. And that is not enough. We need to be proactive. We need to be preventive. Initiative dapat tayo, hindi reactive. Otherwise, paulit-ulit tayong tatamaan ng climate change impacts, paulit-ulit tayo magkakaroon ng disasters, at paulit-ulit na ang mangyayari sa atin. Ito po si John Leo Algo, nagsasabing muli ng when it comes to the truth, please do not deny, especially climate change. It's real, it's here, let's recognize. Back to you, Sir Rodney.
Thank you so much, JL. Thank you so much, JL, sa quick trends natin at alam natin na nagkaroon nga ng resolution on climate emergency ang Kongreso, yung ating House of Representatives. And, well, dahil nandito tayo sa Quarantine Media and marami nagka-quarantine, titingnan muna natin, JL and Kyle, yung situation ng COVID-19 sa ating bansa. So let's look at the situation and the statistics, the numbers of COVID-19 cases dito sa Pilipinas. So, and we thank, of course, the Department of Health for this information, this statistics mula sa kanilang datos, syempre, and COVID-19 cases in the Philippines as of December 2, 2020. And total cases po natin sa ngayon na active ay 26,916. And Kyle, ilan na yung total cases natin? Total all in all?
All in all cases is that we have 434,357 cases po. Ang total
Wow,
cases
because
natin sa Pilipinas as of December 2, 2020.
because we have an additional of 1,438 cases for today. JL, ilan na yung total deaths natin as of December 2, 2020?
Unfortunately, December 2, that anniversary of Gregorio del Pilar, unfortunately, we have an additional 18 deaths for a grand total of 8,436.
And because we have an additional of 18 deaths, no? And total recoveries, of course, 399,005, because we have 232 recoveries as of today. And of course, we have many programs almost every day dito sa Quarantine Media, and we wish to share information about these programs from Monday to, of course, to Sunday. And during Monday, of course, we have 9 p.m. Quarant Talk program with Jules and Aya. Kyle, what's on for Tuesday? What's for Tuesday? What do we have?
So for Tuesday, we've had the main agenda, which will be at 9 p.m. as well.
Yes, with Ate Main Halandoy de Runya. And on Wednesday, JL, what do we have?
Siyempre, huwag palampasin ang QT Earth with Mr. Rodney Galicia.
And of course, JL, nandiyan si JL lagi sa ating hashtag Quick Trends. And every Thursday, we have 9 p.m. Throwback Kasaysayan, of course, with Professor Gio Giang, and of course, 10:30. What's with 10:30? E. Newman with Thais and Rafi. And what's with Quarantine Media on Friday, Kyle?
Sa Friday naman po, wag po natin palampasin ang Kilos Kabataan every 7 p.m. at pagka 9 p.m. antabayanan po natin ang SDG Online Tambayan.
And of course, every Saturday, JL, this is very, very important. What's on Saturday?
You're right, Sir Rodney. Malapit na po ang 2022. Medyo kailangan po election season na. So, Radyo Comelec, dapat tutukan, 9 p.m. on Saturday.
So go out and register. And of course, every Sunday we have online mass, and we invite all of you. Of course, Sunday is our rest day. So that's for Quarantine Media, our whole week program. And before we end, of course, we have some reflections from Laudato Si on Care for a Common Home ni Pope Francis, number 116. Ang sabi ni Pope Francis, instead, our dominion over the universe should be understood more properly in the sense of responsible stewardship. Well, of course, we are Quarantine Media, empowering the Filipino, inspiring action, serving the people, powered by IKOT.PH. Dito sa hashtag QT Earth, everything matters dahil ang lahat ay magkaugnay, hindi magkakahiwalay. Dahil ang ating buhay, kalikasan, pinagmulan, at pinagkukunan ng ating kabuhayan. And of course, Kyle, please give us your contact details, your social media accounts right now for our audience and online followers to follow you and contact you.
So, sa lahat po ng mga manonood natin, you can reach me po in my Facebook, Kyle V. Aboy as well. You can research po in my LinkedIn as well, Kyle V. Aboy po. So, you can reach me as well in those channels. And also, don't forget po to also click the like button to our pages, the I Am Hampas Lupa, the Green Education Philippines, and the Green Education Song. So, maraming salamat po.
And also, JL,
I have to privatize my Instagram page recently due to personal reasons, but otherwise, you can find me on Facebook at JLC Algo. I am on Twitter at Sir John Algo, and I also now have a LinkedIn page. And don't forget to like our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for Living Laudato Si Philippines, Kasali, and Action Klima Pilipinas.
and ako po ang inyong lingkod at kaugnay face-to-face sa social media at Kalikasan101. You may visit my website, www.rodgalicia.com at ang www.livinglaudatasi.org.ph. Of course, tandaan po natin, tayo at ang kapaligiran ay isa, tayo ay kalikasan. Dahil dito sa hashtag QTEarth,
Hashtag
we
are
nature.
nature.
Maraming salamat and see you on Wednesday and live from Sibuyan Island. Ako po si Rodney. Paalam hanggang sa muli.